Once upon a time, there lived a monk. He preferred to spend his time well away from the trapping of society and instead sought seclusions with the nature to deepen his meditation practice. He would still visit the local village early each morning to collect his alms food, and this had been the way our monk lived for many years. One fine afternoon, after a monk had received his alms food, he found his usual meditation cushion and began to be aware of his breathing and started to practice samadhi meditation. His concentration became so great, our monk sat for a very long time and didn't notice the large snake coming closer and closer. The large snake didn't even notice the silent and still monk who was meditating as still as a tree. All he noticed was a nice warming sleeping spot in those monk's robes all wrapped around his crossed legs. Snake snuggled into the monk's lap and fell fast asleep. An hour or so passed like this within our monk in deep meditative concentration and our snake fast asleep on his lap, until slowly the monk returned his concentration to his surroundings and began to become aware of his unusual weight in his lap. You can imagine the surprise of the monk as he glanced down into his lap. As bold as a brace, a large snake has indeed curled his lap and fallen asleep. Fear grasped our monk, who instantly closed his eyes and started meditating again. He calmed himself and remembered his training. All things are impermanent and forever changing, and knew without a doubt the snake would move on again, and so he stayed in meditation. Finally the snake found himself hungry, and so uncurled himself from the monk's lap, stretched his biggest stretch, he went off in search. Our monk also slowly came out of meditation, but something had changed deeply within. He had sat for many days in complete absorption of his mind, the process within our mind that causes humanity so much pain and suffering. So, at last, he had attained enlightenment. Now look back at your life. Sometimes fear can compel us to do some remarkable things, but also has the power to cripple our thinking. Every one of us has experienced fear in our lives, and it is how we move forward, not allowing that fear to consume our thinking. That is the key. Fear is the natural response to changeable and uncertain situations. If fear is having a crippling effect on your thinking, we are overthinking and need to find a way to relax. Feel the fear and do it anyway. This is Hype Yourself Stories. Thanks for watching.